Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my September favorites and fails. This is where I show you beauty, books, lifestyle, all the things that made it into my favorites. It's not just beauty. Though this month we do have quite a bit of beauty to go over. It was a great month for me for discovering new products, new releases, just so many things that I want to share with you. Only a couple fails. I don't think I had any last month, but I do have some fails this month. So stay tuned to the end to check out my fails. I have one book, a fragrance, nothing really random, honestly. Just been getting back into the swing of kids back to school, focusing on filming as much as I can. So that's why beauty has taken off this month. So I cannot wait to share with you all my favorites for September. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and let's go ahead and jump into September favorites. I'm just gonna get this out of the way before I forget for like the third month in a row, but I did pick up some extensions from Amazon, and that's when you see me with bigger hair, are these synthetic extensions from Amazon. Literally the perfect color match for me, and I think they were like under $30. They are synthetic, so you can't add heat to them, but you can obviously wash them. Really got to brush them out, but for my hairstyles, you've seen me with bigger hair, it's Amazon. I've been meaning to talk about them and link them, so I'm just putting it right away because it's always hanging off the side of my little cart here, and I never look over to see it's there. And then after every single favorites video for I think it's been 3 months, I keep forgetting to mention those. So I know it's not makeup. I usually start off there. I just honestly did not want to forget. I'm just wearing one weft today. Just gives me a little bit more fullness to my hair, but if you've ever seen me with bigger hair, those are the extensions I've been wearing. Super affordable. I absolutely love them. Highly recommend. If you just like a natural wave to the hair, they come already pre-styled. Just so good for the types of hairstyle that I wear. It's my favorite style, and I don't have to do anything to them. So it's just easy to add that volume for me. I don't need them for length, but they are fairly long, the ones that I got. I just need them for volume, so love those. Then for makeup, it has been one of those months where it's just so good. And I'm going to start off with what is on my eyes today. I have 2 eyeshadow palettes. Can you guess? Take a moment. Can you guess what 2 eyeshadow palettes these are? I combined them for today's look just because I wanted to share with you both these palettes. For the base of the eye makeup, we have the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3. This is the matte eyeshadow palette that Patrick came out with. It is absolutely stunning. I did a dedicated video on this. I feel that look in that video, my favorite makeup on me, I feel. I want to wear that every single day of my life. So I've been doing that makeup a lot lately. It's fairly dramatic, but I've been loving the cool tones in this palette. There are many basic matte eyeshadow palettes out there. I love the Patrick Ta formula. I know this is something that I will utilize every day. I want to see him do cool tone next with some shimmers. I'd love to see that. So I've been getting so much use out of this. It's probably going to become my most used Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, even more so than the first one, just because of those cool tones. I'm living for a cool tone look right now. And then I did decide to get the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I wanted this as soon as I saw promo images, but I always get my products from Sephora. It's convenient for me as a Canadian. I hate paying duties, and if you've been with me a while, you know. Like, I just hate duties. So I bit the bullet, bought this from Beautylish and had to pay duties on it, but such is life, and that is where we are now in Canada. So I picked this up. It is so stunning. I'm wearing just 2 of the shimmer shades on my lid today. I mixed together Delilah and Mia, and I just think it's such a pretty combination just to add some sparkle to those matte tones and to keep it on the more cool tone side. This is super glam. I feel like I'm ready for New Year's, even though I'm dressed to drop my kids off at school. I love the formula of Natasha Denona. Previous to that, I really enjoyed the Glam palette from her. And this one is just a more wearable everyday version of that has more neutral tones in it, which is my preference. Even though I'm in a cool phase right now, I just love the tones in it. I think it's just perfect for everyday glam makeup, which is my preference. I think it's so stunning. Another product that I decided to pick up. And I bought this also from Sephora. I didn't risk it on Hourglass. I've never purchased, so let me know if there's duties or anything. I just personally haven't, but I would definitely consider that in the future because how many days after I purchased this from Sephora, they had 20% off on Hourglass. So another fail there for me. But I decided to go with the leopard palette, and they have these released for the holiday season. They had the jellyfish, the snake, a custom one that was an owl palette that you could get on Hourglass. And as much as I liked the jellyfish design, that was my personal favorite design, and I know I could have customized this, but I got it from Sephora. I digress. I wanted it because of the tones. I heard this was very similar to the elephant palette from last year, which I never picked up, and I had serious FOMO for that. So I got this just because I wanted to see what all the hype was about. I had one of these palettes previously. It was a marble design, but I gave that away to my aunt a long time ago. I'm excited to revisit these sort of palettes. I really wanted to add to my collection with this. I am wearing the bronzer today. I have played around with all the shades. In a previous palette, I had the dim light, which I actually made a really good indent on, so I knew I'd use that. I have tried Mood Exposure in a blush palette before, so I knew I already liked that. So two of the shades I did know I really liked, and I plan on mixing the blushes all together, and then I did lightly put on some of the bronzer to add a bit of a glow to the look that I have on today. So I do plan on using this in a future trying new makeup. I love the leopard design still, but I really was drawn to the jellyfish, but that was more for fair skin tones. And this one is good for light to medium, I would say. I've just been really into Hourglass makeup as of lately, just really into the brand. I was debating holding off for the Sephora sale, but I didn't want it to sell out, so I got like 4 times the points on that. So that was another little incentive for me, but I'm very happy with it, and I do plan on showing you guys it all in action with its glory. But I did want to use another blush that I absolutely love that I discovered this month, and these have been out for a while. This formula, it was just new to me because I got it in PR, and it is from Too Faced. So these are the Cloud Crush blushes. I love the packaging of it, first of all, so cute. I was really interested in that bubblegum pink one that's very popular. However, I'm glad they sent this one to me because I think it's such a pretty pink. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, and I did such a blown out pink look today, brought it underneath my eyes, just so much pink. This is in Velvet Crush, and it's like the perfect rosy everyday sort of pink tone nude, which goes with any look. I love this color for the cool tone looks that I've been wearing, and I just think it is such a pretty color. And I don't really have anything like this in my collection because I always go bubblegum pink, peach, and never these rosy tones. But I've discovered since my Makeup by Mario cream blush, the Rose Crush, I love rose tones. So I am so happy to have a powder rose blush in my collection. And then MAC also sent me some PR, and MAC for me has been coming out with so many great releases as of lately. These two products I definitely have to mention this month because I have been such a big fan. I did a dedicated on the foundation, which is the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Power Foundation. And I'm wearing that on my skin right now. It has decent coverage, but it's lightweight. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like a mask on the face. It wears beautifully, super hydrating. It's skincare infused. I think it's 80%. I'll have to double check again. I said all the details in that video, did a wear test, application, all that if you want to check this out in full, but it has been a favorite this month. Absolutely love it. And then to go along with it, they sent over this, and I had purchased their MAC Cosmetics Hyperreal Balm, the moisturizer, and I've been raving about that moisturizer. Being my favorite, I like this more. This is the Serumizer. It is so stunning underneath makeup. It makes your face feel like literal silk. It is the most incredible texture I've ever put on my face, and makeup just glides on, looks so smooth. Applied on top of this, says it's a skin balancing hydration serum. I know people with oily skin are saying they really like this. I have normal to slightly dehydrated, and I love this product. So if you have purchased the Balm Moisturizer because of me, check out the Serumizer. It is that good. It is even thinner and just even smoother than the moisturizer. Unless you're really, really dry, you'd probably prefer the moisturizer product over that one. But this one, just because it has that thinner texture to it, I just feel like it's even better for underneath makeup and truly makes the skin feel like silk. So I'm so excited to have tried that. It is on the pricier side though. I think I was looking at MAC Cosmetics Canada and it was around $100 for the big size, which is, it's pricey, but they do carry a mini, which is how I started for the moisturizer from MAC because that also is very expensive. So definitely check out the mini first before you commit to the full size, but if you are a fan of the moisturizer, just go all in. It's that good. And if you're in Canada, wait for the Sephora sale. Save 20% there. Another foundation I have been enjoying is from the Drugstore. Really late to this, but it only just came to Amazon Canada in my specific shade because I've been stalking to see if 220 would come in stock. Finally did, and then it's out of stock again. So this is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. It has a vitamin C derivative in it, has really good coverage. It has this mica sort of finish, which gives a glow similar to the Makeup by Cheryl foundation, if you like that cereal skin foundation, which I just ran out of. This is what I'm going to be using before I replace that because I am trying to use up some of my makeup. Foundation is one of those things that I'm always trying out because it's my favorite thing to try. But I like this and it's gonna serve me while I wait to purchase a new Makeup by Cheryl. So I'm enjoying this. Great coverage, good wear, looks beautiful on the skin, all the things that I could possibly want besides a dropper, but some of my favorite products are in a dropper. I just look past it because the formula is so good and it's Drugstore, so definitely check that out. And then we have two concealers, which I tried this month, and they are the Tower 28 and the Natasha Denona, both a serum concealer. I actually went into great detail, these two side by side, in my previous trying new makeup. If you want to see that kind of detail of these two concealers, I'm not going to go on about it here because I did a good portion of that video talking about these two concealers and their differences. I like both of them. I do still have a preference for the Tower 28 though, because it is a little bit thinner and more lifting on my eyes. They both wear similarly. The Natasha Denona is thicker, so it can crease a little bit more and has a little less coverage. But both are very hydrating. I think perfect for mature under eyes if you're looking for something lightweight for your under eyes that is hydrating. These are so good. I'm wearing the Natasha Denona today because I feel like it looks even better on camera because it doesn't have the radiance that the Tower 28 one does. The Tower 28 has just an overall different finish. Nothing like anything in my collection. The Tower 28 is truly special in terms of the finish it gives the skin. It is definitely a radiance to it, and the Natasha Denona is radiant in the sense that it's hydrating, so it looks moisturized, but it doesn't have this radiance that the Tower 28 does. Tower 28, as I said, is unlike anything I've ever tried. It's my personal favorite, but I still love the Natasha Denona. When it's good, and today, she is really good. Very little hollowness. It's correcting everything I want it to correct. It's just such a great concealer too. So I think you would be happy with either or. I'm just personally leaning towards the Tower 28. And then we have two lip products. One actually another Tower 28, which I discovered because I was on TikTok, and this is so random, but there was a video about a bunny tongue color. You might have seen it making the rounds. People are comparing colors to that of a bunny's tongue, it being the perfect pink. And people were finding pinks that look like this bunny's tongue. It's so ridiculous, but I love things like that. This is the perfect bunny tongue lip color from Tower 28. I've tried a couple of the ones that they suggested were that color, but just because of my skin tone, I feel like this is the perfect pink for that bunny pink lip color. And it's the shade Coconut from Tower 28. So I'm wearing that on my lips right now. I love it. I've always loved the Tower 28 gloss formula because it is so creamy, has a good amount of shine to it, and it adheres to my lips without having to reapply it as often as other glosses, but it's not sticky. It's just really well formulated. And then a product that I had underneath before I put on my Tower 28 Bunny lip gloss is the Refi Lip Blush in Orchid. You can use this on your cheeks or your lips. I showed this in a Trying New Makeup. I love this just dabbed on my lips. It's still really pretty on the cheeks, but the color on my lips is so beautiful. Just for an everyday sort of blushed, almost stain-like look, but that powdery finish that I feel like not a lot of lip products can get, but it is good for everyday makeup. I just need to have really hydrated lips when I use this. Another product is from Rare Beauty. It's their brow gel. Fortunately, this is limited edition for whatever reason. I have no idea why they would make this limited edition. It's such a staple product. It is nice and thin, but laminates the brows without any sort of gunk on your skin. It doesn't leave behind any whiteness, stickiness, nothing. No residue on your skin when you use this, and it holds your brow hairs down. It is so good. So I was really happy I tried that out, but one of my fails actually was the Rare Beauty eyebrow pencil. And it's not necessarily the shape, because I can use thicker brow pencils and be fine. But what really steered me off that one is that it went a little green on my skin, but the formula is just too waxy for me. So that was personally a fail. I didn't care for it. I wish I would have liked it, but I just didn't for my brows. I think brows are one of those like super personal things. You might not even like this laminated of a brow. However, that's my preference. I don't like my brow hairs moving anywhere, and I like to see individual strokes with pigment and not have any skipping or patchiness. I like something a little bit stiffer for my brows. Back to love, we have the Drunk Elephant Be Goldy Bright Drops. I love these even more than the Debronzy drops. These leave such a beautiful glow to the skin. I'll swatch a little bit on my hand for you to see. This is great on the high points of the face. And the kind of glow it gives is my personal favorite kind of glow. It's like a natural, radiant glow, just looks hydrated, like I had a million glasses of water. It's just the perfect glow. I love it on the skin. So this is something I've been really enjoying to add a little bit of glow underneath makeup for everyday makeup when I'm not so full coverage, because I love my skin tints during a normal day. However, for filming, I build it up. I want to do a look when I'm on camera. I didn't use that today, but I do use it for most days when I'm putting on just a skin tint or whatnot, or light coverage of the Studio Radiance, which is so beautiful, just one light layer. I showed that in the review too. It looks really good, just one light layer. And then skincare. I have one skincare product to share this month. I've been really into Korean skincare. I wanted to use up my Beauty of Joseon sunscreen before I went ahead and used another sunscreen. This is my personal favorite sunscreen. Beauty of Joseon. It's Korean made. I get this from Stylevana. I'll link this as well below, but I've already talked about this on my channel. And my best friend got me this Innisfree one, and it's the hyaluronic acid watery sun gel SPF 50. She said that she likes this more than even the Beauty of Joseon one. It is really, really good, has not broke me out. And that's the thing that I love about Korean skincare products. I am not sensitive to them, especially their sunscreen. All the ones that I've tried so far, I don't break out from, which is so amazing. I've had you guys tell me that I need to try Korean sunscreen because I've been so sensitive, and I'm so happy I've taken your advice, also my friend's advice, because I'm in love. I've been trying out new things from Korean skincare and just really loving my whole journey. So far, my skin is looking so good, and this one is just such a great one if you're looking for sunscreen as well. But I think both are good. I don't think this is any better than this one myself. I've really enjoyed the Beauty of Joseon one. I just think it's another sunscreen that I can add to my collection. I do need to find where she got this though, because I tried linking it in a previous video. I couldn't find it, but I will ask her, see where she got this. But the Innisfree one is also very good. But I've used up a whole one of the Beauty of Joseon, and I have a backup of that too. Then I have one fragrance to share with you that has been a favorite. I saw this at Shoppers. We finally got it in Canada, so I ran over there the day that I saw. And it's the new Ariana Grande Pink Cloud fragrance. I feel like my description of this in my trying new makeup was literally spot on. I'm gonna repeat what I said there. I don't think you need this if you have Original Cloud. I'm almost done that one, so I'm like, yes, let's try it out before I finish so I can compare them. This smells on the dry down exactly like Cloud to me. The only difference for this is the opening has a tropical vibe. I smell pineapple as soon as I spray this. However, the opening of this fragrance goes away after a little bit, and you're left with the DNA of Cloud, and it smells exactly like Cloud to me. So if I were to only recommend one still, I'd go Intense because that one wears a little bit longer. But if you're a fan of Ariana Grande Cloud, You will love this because it smells exactly like that. It's just a little bit fruitier and has that tropical opening, which I think is really, really pretty. But I always want to just do the initial spray because that's where I get the tropical opening, and then it's just regular cloud to me, pretty much on my skin. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of cloud, so I wanted to mention that one. If you're into something a little bit more fruity, you'd probably really like that one. I know some people like it even more, but it's just so similar to me. My nose on the dry down that I'm just letting you know if you don't have to run out and get it, but if you're going to be replacing and you like something a little bit more fruitier, you might actually like Pink Cloud more. Then another fail that I wanted to mention, which is not a true fail, I don't feel. It's like borderline. It is the new Huda Beauty Bacon Snatch. It's the pressed version of their setting powder. And this one is different than their loose one because it has a sheen. I went into this not knowing that. I looked it up and it says it's supposed to have a natural finish. I do not think that the finish it gives is natural. And I feel like there's going to be either a love for this product or a hate. I'm not all the way to a hate, but I'm definitely not a love. So I personally was a little bit disappointed with it because I didn't feel like it had enough pigment to it. And it gave a very unflattering sheen for underneath my eyes. I can't do radiance like that for my eyes. I know some people can because it adds a hydrated look. Maybe they don't have as severe hollows as me. So there are people who are going to absolutely love that product. However, it's not my preference and I like a natural finish. I will use that all day, every day. However, it's radiant. I did not care for that underneath my eyes, so that's why it's a fail. I would use it to blend out some blush. I just wouldn't put it underneath my eyes. It's just not a product that I personally really need because how often do I need to really blend out a blush like that, you know? I personally don't need it. That's why it's a fail for me. But I can see why a lot of people will enjoy it. It's just personal preference, so did not work out for me. To all my fellow Sarah J. Maas fans, I will be starting Throne of Glass soon, just so you know. However, I haven't started it quite yet because that's going to be my winter hibernation series. I plan on reading that. So I am reading a couple different books. Hold on. Let me pull up my GOODREADS. I'll have my GOODREADS link down below in case you want to follow me on there. I'm trying to update more. I know I was in a hiatus for a while, but I'm back to updating. So I'm currently reading Belladonna by Adeline Grace. And this is like a gothic romance, I think. Perfect for fall vibes. I just haven't got into it so much. It is a young adult section book, which doesn't bother me at all. It's just the setting for me right now. I'm just trying to get into it. I've heard good things. People who like the books that I do have recommended it. So I just need to finish it in full to let you know, but I'm currently reading that. I did finish The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and I really like his books. I didn't care for Survive the Night. That was the only one of his that really wasn't my cup of tea, but Final Girls, The Last Time I Lied, all really great books. And then I haven't read The House Across the Lake yet, which I want to read. I do generally enjoy his books, so I would recommend The Only One Left. That one was good, and good for kind of this season too, like getting into fall. I'm liking the fall vibe books, but I'm saving my Throne of Glass for my hibernation time because I plan on reading it all in that space of time before spring. That is my goal anyway. Throne of Glass all the way to spring. That is all my favorites and fails for the month of September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, maybe found some new products that you want to check out. And as always, if there's anything you have loved, I would love to know what you have loved this past month, whether it's beauty, books, lifestyle, you name it, let me know. I'm really into board games too. As you know, I don't have any new ones this month. Actually, I do have a new one. I've played the card game Bonanza, which is about harvesting beans, which is super fun. You can get it on Amazon. I'll link that below. So that's actually a game that I've been enjoying this past month. Good, I remember that. But that is all for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yes, let me know all your favorites in the comment section below. Beauty, books, lifestyle, games, you name it, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video.